Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to TK, Coach on the Rocks. Lovely to see you here this wonderful. Is it Thursday? Yes, it is. Always losing myself all the days. Sometimes feel the same when you're working the way I'm working. But today I wanted to actually talk about something that I think is actually tied to me not knowing what day it is, which is planning. This time of the year, we, at least the people that celebrate Christmas, but many people living in countries that do celebrate Christmas, think about planning the time ahead, getting presents, letting other people know what presents you want, planning for all these wonderful days and weeks away. But for many of us, is also planning for next year. Humble Associates, it turns out, is a bit of a cyclical and seasonal business. We're not growing anything except, people's leadership potential, knowledge, and cultures. Maybe we're actually growing stuff. And with that comes the fact that the first quarter is usually quite busy for us, which is great, which is amazing, right? After spending some time with your family, with the loved ones and friends, resting out in the, ending days of the year. You can come in, all charged up, ready to go with ideas for the new year. Many people do it in the New Year's Eve, but, possibly you could do it a bit earlier than that. Don't let yourself plan and make New Year's resolutions at parties. In fact, personally for me, as for my personal coaching clients, is usually also a busy period. Gyms and coaches, we get a lot of work in the first quarter. Just notice that, and I'm probably going to get a lot of new clients signing up. If they only would stay with me throughout the year, it would be different. But tell you what, I'm planning for it. I know that this might happen. But maybe it's just an illusion of knowing. Because I don't know about you, but I've seen many people that are treating planning as a way of, feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling like they know what they're doing and the future ahead is known. And yet, it is inherently unknown. Need I remind you of the end of the year 2019 and what happened in January, February, and other beginning months of 2020. Little did we know, if I only knew back at the time, but hey, the world surprised us and it has shifted a lot of what we do. But I guess this is another episode. What I wanted to talk about is the fact that planning may be great, but it also creates biases. It also creates, at least for people that are a bit stubborn like myself, if I have a plan, I like to stick to it. I mean, because I spent all this time making it, so I might as well stick to my guns. But the problem is, what if the reality changes? What if you discover that your assumptions were incorrect? What if, your product or service doesn't get the market fit you're expecting? It's something you might want to plan for. You might want to plan for failing fast, if that's your game. I certainly do, and it's actually, my team doesn't really like it that much because, I'm a bit neurotic myself in a way that I think about things all the time. And then there's a situation when I come in, we have our stand-up, and there's a ticket in our funnel. It's like, TK's big idea, which is obviously revolutionizing everything, changing everything. It seems very rapid, even though it's been brewing in my mind for days and weeks and so on. I've been talking about it, but now TK wants to do something about it. So, to prevent that, I think what's really helpful is planning around the assumption that your plans may change. But you can plan for them to change. You can plan reflection points, milestones and measurements and KPIs to see, look, if we're going to reach the following threshold or something will happen, there is this if, which is really important. And, if you include it in your plans, you now manage your risks and your plans became less fragile. Hopefully, you're not having a fragile week, you're having a great week. with that, all the best. I hope I'll be able to join you again tomorrow for another Coach on the Rocks, but if not, I'll at least wish you all the best for the coming days. Bye bye and see you again soon.